everybody. Welcome back to Once Upon a Van Life, to another episode. We got Josh,
Sam,
and of course Hendrix, who's probably going to look this way the whole time.
Facing the wrong way.
Whatever, that's fine. He's a classic dog. We're going to talk about how we went to New Brunswick, which we super liked. There's lots of stuff that we did there.
Yeah.
And let's get into it.
So when we first entered New Brunswick, since we were coming from Nova Scotia, we stopped in Moncton, which was great. Just a quick stop. We did some laundry, got some groceries, gas, all that kind of stuff. We did have, though, or at least I had, the best vegan burger of my life. It was called the Vegan Big Mac from the Tide and Boar, which was this little brewery. They actually had two in Moncton.
Yeah, I just had regular burger, but it was awesome.
Yeah, one served pizza, one served like burgers and stuff. And oh man, if you go there, it's right downtown. Highly recommend it. But we did kind of move on quickly from Moncton because we were going to Fundy, and Fundy National Park is unreal.
Awesome.
We actually went there twice that month, and we'll just tell you about it all at once. The first time we stayed at Chinecto Campground, and the second time we stayed at Headquarters Campground. And they were both great. Headquarters, the only bad thing was we weren't allowed to have a fire. They only had like communal fire pits.
And it kind of rained and a couple days anyway, so it turned out it didn't even matter that much.
Yeah, but really nice.
Camping's amazing there. Like all the amenities, showers,
dishwashing stations.
Yeah.
Everything's
laundry.
Really well marked. It reminded us of Algonquin because like every couple of kilometers there was like a trail or a beach or something. Great signage and just unreal views of the Bay of Fundy.
There's you kind of go down this big hill to get to like the bottom where the campground that we stayed at. There's an halfway down, and holy cow, it's definitely like pretty breathtaking.
You feel like you can see forever.
Yeah,
we've seen a lot of really great views along the way so far, but the Bay of Fundy, like from Nova Scotia side, was really nice, but I think we even enjoyed it or appreciated the New Brunswick side. It was really cool.
Yeah, and we did some hiking that was there at the
waterfalls. There was waterfall in the park, which we had a really short trail, but well worth it. We've definitely got photos of that.
Yeah, and then we also had another trail that we did that was, we went the second time. It was, they called it intermediate. It was something else. We took the dog and he did really well, but it was definitely
There was one spot where it was like an incline 10-foot rock face that slid down to what looked like it used to be a path that had been washed out by a river. And like, these are really well maintained trails, and like this was intermediate. So just a word of warning, if you're hiking in New Brunswick, we didn't even try a hard trail because the intermediate trails were something else on their own.
But the hiking in Fundy was amazing.
Yeah.
We definitely loved it. And
there's a whole bike park too, so if you're into mountain biking, we hiked all the trails, but they just put in all these new trails in the Chinecto recreation area for biking, and like a little bike park, and it was super cool. There was so many teenagers and families just having a really great time. And the dog was allowed on, I think, every trail. I don't think we came across any trails, which was so beautiful because he loves to come on all the trails with us. And but it was wow. And for $30 a night, I think we got fully serviced sites with water, everything, fire pit except for the one campground, and well worth the money. Fall, beautiful time to go.
Definitely recommend going to Fundy. Doing some hiking in the Bay of Fundy again. And pretty much every trail has that awesome waterfall like this. right, so when we went to Fundy, we went to something else that was very cool, about half an hour away. Many of you have probably heard of it, maybe seen pictures of it.
I bet you have.
But it was the Hopewell Rocks, and we went. It was another thing that we could bring the dog to do.
Yeah, right down onto the ocean floor.
Yeah.
He was allowed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right on the Bay of Fundy, and basically it's this beach with all these like giant rocks that have basically been carved.
Like 60, 70, 80 feet high, some of them.
Yeah, just have been eroded and carved out of the water over, hundreds of thousands of years, I guess. So,
Yeah. And it has one of the highest and lowest tides, like within like a 12-hour period, like in all of Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
Because you can walk out at one point in the day and walk right on the ocean floor, but then you can also go back like that night or have been there that morning and kayaked in 50 feet of water around the same rocks, which is a really cool experience. And they actually give you a ticket that's good for 2 days when you pay your admissions, because there is an admission to get in, so that you can come back the following day or later that day and see like the opposite, which we didn't actually do. Disclaimer, we only went like when it was walk on the ocean floor, which was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Your classic, the tide goes in, and just like in Nova Scotia, the tide goes out. So it's you can like either kayak or walk there. And when we walked, it was very muddy. Like,
it was very muddy. The dog was muddy. We were muddy.
You have to walk down these stairs, and then when you go back up, you have to walk back up these stairs, obviously. And they have like a hose.
Yeah.
A thing for like your shoes.
Yeah, like little like sprays.
We saw a lot of people and they were like wearing like white shoes.
White
like,
tennis shoes.
They're gonna be not happy when they get there.
And girls in fancy shoes, and they were not expecting what was coming. I don't think.
Yeah, but no, we got a lot of pictures there.
One poor little girl fell in the mud. She was probably only about 4, and she literally was covered in mud from head to toe. It wasn't funny, but it was a little bit cute.
It was definitely, if you're gonna be in that area, we definitely recommend doing that. Like a lot. The parking was great.
Just breathtaking. Huge parking lot. Yeah, there was picnic areas. So out in the parking lot, you can have a picnic. There was a cafe, so we were able to get a coffee. There was a gift shop, public washrooms, like very well equipped again for family as well.
Yeah, and once again, I'll just sign it
and he wasn't just allowed. Like the staff were like petting him and talking to us about
star attraction. As usual, everyone wants to stop and say hi to him. And he was just smelling the whole time too, because it's like basically that's like the floor, but without the water. So just so many
like the
smells.
Fish, the turtles, everything was there like 5 hours ago. So and for him that was actually a big thing, because when we got him, he was not exposed to things, and sensory, like the idea of walking through that mud and sand and water 2 years ago, he would have lost his mind, and he was so good the entire time.
Such a cool spot.
And here's some more of the Hopewell Rocks.
Crazy because like 3 weeks ago we were literally on the other side of this, so pretty nuts.
All right, so we have, of course, a story from the road. So I'm just gonna give you a little short about it. On the way back from Miramichi from Kujibwak Park, look, I got that. We found this amazing Halloween display, probably like 100, maybe more of these inflatable things.
Yeah.
A little restaurant that they just take donations. I guess they do it every year, and they just keep putting more and more up every year. And people were stopping. We stopped. We got video of it, and
like nothing I've ever seen before.
Yeah. So
and we're Halloween lovers.
We
for
have,
anyone who knows us.
We have some videos of it, so we'll just let the videos
tell the story.
So this is a different kind of story from the road. We're just outside of Miramichi, driving home from a provincial park, and we had to pull over because this person has like 100 of these like inflatable blow-up things for Halloween. And if you know us, we love Halloween. Like there's so many of them. It's craziness. Nuts. Like, just walk around. Look how many are here. This is insanity. So amazing. Like, this is nuts. They have music playing. It's just their house. Scooby-Doo. Plant from Super Mario. Mickey Mouse. So much stuff. So cool. But yeah, so cool. Literally, just driving down the side of the road, we found this. So tired of this restaurant. Sam and I are in heaven right now. Funny. Anyway, now that's a story from the road.
Well, folks, that's it for us today. Thanks for watching as usual. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell so you know when our next video is out, and we'll see you on the road.
See
Bye.
ya.